Technical difficulty. Sorry about that. Welcome everybody to Image Bros Present a conversation with Michael Carson. I'm your host, Michael Carson. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know why the video just stopped all of a sudden, but it did. Evidently, it wanted me to get to the guests that are already start to line up in my queue to join tonight's show. If you're watching from Facebook, please make sure that you click the share button, click the like button. Let everyone know that we're on tonight. If you're watching me from YouTube, click that subscribe button and that bell so that you'll be notified when we have our next show. Welcome to our first Conversations with Michael Carson Father's Day special. So we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight. I don't have a guest. Everyone who's been following me, everyone that I've texted, everyone that I've put out posts on Facebook and on Instagram, they'll be joining the show tonight to give a shout out to a dad. Could be their husband, father, brother, nephew, whomever. But we want to take this opportunity tonight to shout out dads. Oftentimes, particularly in the Black community, there are so many negative things put out about Black men, what Black men aren't doing, how they aren't taking care of their kids. But if you look at the numbers, if you really dig deep, the CDC put out a report about, I think it was about 3 years or so ago, where Black men are doing the thing, and they are leading when it comes to being at home with their kids, feeding their kids, taking care of their kids. So this show isn't about dispelling any narratives. You're going to believe what you want to believe. This show is simply a feel-good show where we get to shout out to dads in preparation for this Sunday's Father's Day. For those of you who are like me, who have lost your father, I want to say I understand how it feels. My dad and I have, we had a rocky relationship for a number of years. However, when he passed, all was well, and things have started to get better over the years. So I memorialize him, and I preface it by saying that my dad and most dads, for that is most parents, are kind of like paintbrushes. Sometimes they start out a certain way. Sometimes the edges are rough. Sometimes the edges need to be smoothed out. Nonetheless, the Bible says that we should honor our parents. So that's what I choose to do. That's the moniker I choose to follow. So on tonight, I want to send out a special heavenly happy Father's Day to my father, Michael Antonio Carson Sr. I'm a junior. I have a son, two sons. Both of them should be on here tonight. They better be on here tonight. But we're going to give everybody an opportunity to shout out. So I got my queue is full. If you're trying to get in and you can't get in, it's because my queue is full. But I'm going to get to you. So this is how we're going to run tonight. You're going to have 30 to 60 seconds to give a shout out to whomever the dad is on camera. I don't want to delay it anymore. Let me get to it. The first person that called in, she called me before we even got started. And that's my Aunt Frida. What's up, Auntie? How you doing?
Nephew, my first nephew.
Yeah, your first nephew. She's young, believe it or not. We're only 6 years apart, so you would never know it looking at her. So that's my auntie. Love her dearly. We were just talking about her mom, my grandmother, who will be 90 years young in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So Auntie, go ahead and give you a shout out, and I'll talk to you about grandma some more offline.
Well, because I'm new to this format, this form, I received a text from you, and I knew I just wanted to be a part of first for my husband, who is a fabulous father to his biological girls, to my kids, and I appreciate him. And also to you, Mike. I've said it before. You guys lost your mom when you were very young.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad is a recent loss, but
Mm-hmm.
you have stepped up to the plate, have always been there for your family, for your sisters and brothers, and I commend you. And I commend all Black men for whatever they can do for their family. Some of them have been absent,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean that they didn't love their family. And I just want to give a congratulations to you, and also just a thank you for doing this. Because so many times, like you said, Black men get that, that harsh review, and it's not fair. Because without you, there would be no us, and we're strong. Okay. And I think we're frozen. I think you froze, Mike. But I love you if I'm still live.
All right, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you.
All right, yeah. Dev's beat down my door. You frozen? You're frozen.
You're frozen.
So,
Right. I didn't know if you heard me saying you're frozen. But you got a lot of people in your queue.
all right,
Just want to congratulate you. I love you.
all right. Love you much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Brother Warner, what's going on, Doc?
Brother Michael, how are you, King? I will first say Happy Father's Day to you, King. I appreciate you having me on. I want to extend a super happy Father's Day and birthday. My dad's birthday was on the 11th. Father's Day is this weekend, so happy 74th birthday and happy Father's Day to him. I'm just fortunate and blessed to have had him in my life since day one. Still, I just saw him yesterday. Every game, every activity has always been there. So he's a real man, real father. And then another shout out to just all my brothers in the community that are doing amazing things. A member of an organization called Ask Dad. It's just a bunch of fathers that are giving back in the community, that are raising their kids, but helping other folks with challenges with their kids. To all of those brothers who are out there doing amazing things, I salute you. Happy Father's Day. And you all are seeing, we're seeing, and I'm excited. And thank you, Michael, for having this quick Father's Day shout out.
Appreciate you, brother. And I will see you Sunday morning at 8. We'll be doing a show together.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you at 7:45 on Mix 106 Radio. So for those of you that are watching, join Jason and I. We're doing a Father's Day show with DC Mix 106. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Is my nephew there? What's up, nephew?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy Father's Day to you.
Same to you, man. Happy Father's Day.
Hold on before you go. If anyone is to my aunt and others, once I pull you out of the queue, go back to the Facebook and you can finish watching the show. So come out of the queue and then you go to Facebook and finish watching the show. What's up, Mariah?
Say hi, Uncle Mark.
Hey. What's up, man? Who you want to shout out to?
Do a quick shout out to my dad, Tony Garman. Happy Father's Day. And also to you as well. And Uncle Romy. Pretty much all of my brother and all my cousins are all great fathers. So happy Father's Day to all of them as well. It's just been great, man, just being around such great men, and you, my dad, and my uncles are all great role models, man. We just been blessed, man, and we just want to say Happy Father's Day to.
Well, you guys, well, we appreciate that. And you guys make our job as uncles and fathers easy, because you guys have grown up to be excellent young men, excellent fathers. So want to commend you on raising a beautiful young lady there, who will be a young lady, a young girl, and everything that you're doing as a husband as well. So shout out to you and all my other nephews if they don't join us tonight. So appreciate you for joining us.
For sure, man. Love you.
All right, man. We'll see you. We'll see you soon. We'll be in Chicago in August, so we'll see you.
Okay.
Then.
All right.
Man. Later.
Bye.
So let's see. We got illustrious guests after illustrious guests. Well, she's not new anymore. I think the rust is probably off. But Councilwoman Soretta Smith from Grovetown, Georgia. Thank you so much. I see your king in the back. Standing back there. These are two people that do a lot of work, not only in the kingdom and kingdom building, but also in the community. So I'm so honored to have you on the show tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. Happy Father's Day to you for the example that you are, the role model that you are in your community, and for giving us an opportunity to shine light on our King. So happy Father's Day to my dad, Winston Davis Sr. We call him Senior. I'm thankful to him. Always had a place to stay, always had clothes. I don't know what it means to be hungry. He was a great provider, always an encourager, told me that I could be anything that I wanted to be. So shout out to my dad. Shout out to my king right here, who keeps me spoiled and living good and takes care of me and provides, has been a great father to our children, and a role model for many of his soldiers who look to him as a father. Shout out to my brother, Winston Davis Jr., to all of my uncles, James, Johnny, and Robert. I think I got them all, who were also important men in my life growing up as a little girl. And to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day.
Did your king want to say anything? Did he want to shout out anybody?
Out there.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys again.
Take care.
Congratulations.
My best. Okay.
God bless and all the work that you guys are going to be doing in Grovetown. Looking forward to getting back up there sharing with you. So
absolutely. Happy Father's Day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Let's see. You on camera, Angela, Pastor Angela Johnson. What's going on?
Hey, why didn't I get an introduction, please? Your next to damn your biggest cheerleader.
My good friend, Angela Johnson, and my biggest cheerleader, Pastor Greater Love, Greater Works Outreach International, and Chicago, Illinois. Well, Chicago, Elgin, Illinois. American Airlines matriarch. What's going on, sister? Who you want to shout out?
What's going on? Listen, so I'm gonna make it fast because I missed the wedding rehearsal, but I'm going to get my nails done for the wedding. So I want to just first of all give a shout out to my own dad, who like your dad is gone on to be with the Lord. But I'm gonna tell you something, Mike. I said my dad wasn't all that, but he was all that. Come on here. Did y'all hear what I just said? He wasn't all that, but he was all that. It's according to what your all that means, really. And so, of course, a shout out to my own dad, a shout out to my own husband, Robert, who's been dad to my children that I had when he came in the marriage, and now he's dad to some children that we've had. And then, of course, a shout out to I call him my surrogate dad, or my bonus dad, my mom's husband, as well as my own son, Christopher, who has children as well. I'm a grandmom a lot of times. Y'all don't even want to know. So just a shout out to all the dads who are yet learning, to all the dads who are yet learning their way, because you guys didn't get a manual. And I just want to give honor today, Mike, for what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the spirit in which you do it in. You got our vote every single time from your girl, Pastor Angie. You got it.
Well, appreciate you. Love you guys. And we'll be back in the Shy soon. So maybe we'll hook up.
I was getting ready to say, so when are you gonna say you're gonna see us? Anyway, okay, that's another show.
You didn't give me a chance. You didn't even give me a chance. But anyway, we'll see you guys soon as well. Every time we're in Chicago, we gotta hop in and see you and Robert. So
Cool.
Love you guys, and talk
We
to
love
you soon.
you.
Go ahead, back to the wedding. So again, if you're watching the show, you can click onto that link, or you can hit that link to join it. Once you leave the platform and give you a shout out, go back to Facebook or to YouTube and watch the show. Give some comments for others that have tuned in and are giving shout outs. So next up in the queue.
You caught me, Uncle.
Next up in the queue is my niece. Hey, Abby, what's going on?
Hey, you caught me. Hi, Uncle. Come here, Zaire. Please, come here. Say hi. Say hi, Uncle.
I'll let you. Well, go ahead and give me a shout out.
Really quickly,
I'll let you get back to him.
I just want to say Happy Father's Day to you, my one and only uncle. Love you to death. I'll be seeing you soon. And also, I'll shout out to my dad as well. He's out there in California. I miss him much, and I'll see y'all all next month.
All right. Love you much.
All right.
All right. If you are trying to get into the queue is full. As I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to say what they want to say. So just be patient. If you tried to get in and couldn't get in, keep trying. You're going to get in. There's no time limit on the show. I'll stop the show when we're done, when we have no one else who wants to say anything. So next up in the queue, Montanea, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. We haven't talked in a minute.
I know. It's good to see you as well. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Who you want to shout out? You want to send a shout out to?
Yeah. I won't be before you long. I just want to shout out my own dad, Cedric Leon Anderson Sr. Happy Father's Day, as well as to my stepdad, Alfonso Hightower, who has been very, very instrumental in helping the church as my mom pastor. So just want to say Happy Father's Day to them. And actually Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, the ones that have stepped up and the fathers that are out there mentoring, young boys and girls who don't even have a father in the home. Yeah. So just want to say Happy Father's Day to everyone. And thank you so much for the opportunity for me to come on and just give a quick shout out.
Appreciate you so much. We got to break bread soon.
Yes.
The summer and just talk about our experiences last year and what the future holds.
Exactly.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds
talk to you
good.
soon.
All right. Have a good one. Right. Bye-bye.
Again, I just got a note. My wife's like, Mike and Aaron are trying to get in. I want to get them in, but I want to get people in the order that they call in. The queue's going to be full. So if you're trying to get in, keep trying. We're going to get you in. Trust and believe. Next up, Robin, you there? Are you on camera? You going to come on camera? There you are. My BFF, I've known this woman. She was on our another show we did where she shouted out, talked about her business and what she's doing. So go ahead and give your shout out and tell people how they can connect with you on all social media platforms.
Oh, wow. Okay. First, let me say Happy Father's Day to my brother, Kirk Jensen.
Yay, Kirk.
My son-in-law, Barakat Gotzi. My grandson's dad, Cleveland Hickson and Teron Scott. And then to my daughter's godfathers, my BFF, Mike Carson Jr., Ron Johnson, and Ivan McDowell. You guys are doing an amazing job. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to chase my dog around the neighborhood. You're doing an amazing job of raising young kings and helping to shape the lives of young queens, and we appreciate you. I salute you, love you much, and may God's grace and blessings continue in your lives.
Appreciate you.
Love you much. I am Robin Ormond. I'm a life breakthrough and grief coach. Hit me up on bit.ly/coach-robin, all lowercase. And I also own an online stationery store, which is resetjournals.com. And
Excellent.
again, love you, love what you're doing, love the platform. Shout out to all the dads. Have a wonderful Father's Day weekend.
All right. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Love you much.
Love you.
Thank you. All right. Next up. Again, if you've been in the if you've come on screen and you want to continue to watch the show, you have to come out and then go back, log in, go into Facebook or YouTube, and then you can watch the show from there. Next up is my brother from another mother. What's up, Phil?
What up, Mike?
How you doing, man?
I'm great.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man. Always. I want to first give a heavenly happy Father's Day to my father. He's going on, Mr. Hershey Reed.
That's right. Mr. Reed was the man.
I did glean some things from him. I did. Some don't believe, but I did glean some things from him. And I thank God for allowing him to be my dad. And secondly, Mike, I want to say happy Father's Day to you. I was in your wedding. You was in my wedding.
Yep.
And before little Mike came about, we became friends. We married to this family. And so I said, brother, I watch you. You're a great dad. Happy Father's Day to you. I also want to shout out a happy Father's Day to George Garman, Tony Garman, Mr. Mark Reed, Chris, Petey, Romy, Teran, and all the Garman dads.
Yep.
And all the great dads in the African American community who doing what they do. And so you keep doing your thing, brother. Love you. I'll see you in August.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man.
Next up, the one and only Linda Pritchard. What's up, Linda?
Hey, wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for inviting me to come on.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Most definitely. Who you want to shout out?
Well, I want to make a few shout outs. I want to shout out to my dad who's in heaven. He was a great role model for me, and he's sorely missed. My husband also, who was a father, my father-in-law, Bob Fleming. But I also want to do a special shout out to the dads of the Next Level Boys Academy. And that's headed up by Gary Davis. And it's a group of dads that get together and they mentor Black boys. So that way that they have a support system and, just make sure that they, stay on the right track. And some of the boys have gotten in trouble and they provide legal support as far as they go to court with these guys. And, it's some great results that the program has.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, another person I need to break bread with soon, just to chat it up, talk about what's going on, catch up. We haven't seen each other in a minute. So
I know since we get off the campaign trail, we get to live a life.
Yeah. Give my best to Eric and your boys. And thank you so much.
Well, thanks for inviting me. And happy Father's Day to you too.
Thank you so much, Linda. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Walter.
What's happening, young man?
What's going on, man? I'm glad you were able to slide in with us tonight. It's good to see you. Who you want to shout out to?
Man, let me tell you, Mike. First of all, I want to give a shout out to you for being a great father and along with us almost sparring the other night in a good way. I love it. Hey, man, let me tell you.
Hey, I ain't trying to mess up my plate that I've yet to get. I'm still trying to get some barbecue or some smoked something from you.
I got you, Mike. The next time, I guarantee you're going to be we're going to be enjoying it. Man, let me tell you, I am one person as a Black man to be fortunate enough to have two great fathers. Okay.
Excellent.
My dad, James Calloway, my stepdad, retired First Sergeant John Morrow. Both of them has left us, going on to eternity to live a better life than we live here. But I I actually want to shout out my my oldest son, Brian. Got 2 wonderful kids, and man, he's doing an awesome job.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Yeah, we must break bread soon. My summer will be clear, so hopefully your summer you'll have a few days or a few hours for me, and we can hook up and get together. Looking forward to it.
Got to make it happen. We got to beat these streets. We got to save our children. You know,
yes.
We got to make it happen, Mike. Amen.
Yes, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
All right. Next up is none other than you. Where you at, Aaron? I can't see you.
I'm on my way towards that way. Can you see me?
No, I can't see you.
Can you see me?
You want me to come back? Want me to come back to you?
It says everyone can see you and hear you.
It's those Apple phones. I can't see you. I'm gonna come back to you.
All right.
Councilman, are you there? I'm telling you, it's these people with these Apple phones. I'm gonna skip him and come back to him. Let's see if I can bring my namesake in. There he is. What's going on?
Sorry, it's dark.
What's going on? For everyone that's watching, this is my namesake. This is the one that if you guys ever see me talking about posts on Facebook and everything, this is my oldest son, Michael Carson III, who I'm immensely proud of the work that he's doing. He's now he's launched out, has his own business, 92. Is it 92 LLC?
92 Group.
92 Group LLC. So love him immensely. All the things that he's done, all the things that he's yet to do. So who you want to shout out besides me? Who you want to shout out?
I came here to shout out you. I appreciate you being such a amazing dad and raising me and Aaron to be, strong Black men that are hopefully gonna, change the next generation and lead the next generation. So appreciate you. Appreciate all the sacrifices you've made in our lives, and proud of you for this. It's inspiring to see you up here every week. Getting your platform to the world matter. So just shout out to you. I hope you have an amazing Father's Day. Can't wait to see you. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Again, it's just anytime we talk. Me and your mom were talking this morning, and we were just saying how immensely blessed we are to have you and Aaron as our sons, and what you guys are doing, and we just can't wait to see what's in store for you guys down the road. So thank you so much. And I'll see you soon.
For sure.
In Cali and in Chicago. So love you much, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you.
All right. Let's see. There you go. There's my other son.
I can see myself, Dad.
There you go. I can see you. I can see you. But you're frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're freezing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, hold on 1 second. I can hear you. All right, well, I'm gonna just make this quick then, since it's glitching. But no, I honestly just want to come on here and say how extremely happy I am that exactly what Mike said, that not only that you're our father, but you've taken a step and done something that you really put your work into, really passionate about. You didn't let your age affect you probably taking on a new path, taking on a new career, and that's probably the most inspiring thing that I've yet to see in my 25 years on this earth. I just want to of course wish you a happy Father's Day, but just take this time to again thank you, like I always do, for always dropping the wisdom that you do on a daily and weekly and just yearly, whatever basis. Whenever I need somebody to talk to, you're always there. Even if I don't even really want to talk, you'll just still call me out of nowhere and get that conversation out of me, because you know we need to have that conversation at the end of the day. And that's something that I do respect and I do love about you. I can't thank you enough for all the sacrifices you made for me personally since I've been here. All those ER trips in high school, all those late night drives, you know, different colleges, you know, taking those tours, those didn't go unnoticed. And I take all that in, and I just thank you. You know, always being there, being a role model, more than a role model, you know, more than just a father figure. You're my hero, and I just really hope that you continue to grow this platform. And I just pray that I could, you know, any type of way possible, get you in a position that you need to get to, where you can do exactly what you want to do at the age of 57 years old. So I love you. I'm not gonna take up too much more time, and I thank you for everything again. I'll see you on Sunday.
Well, I love you too. I'm not 57 yet, but but I appreciate the love, and we'll definitely be breaking bread on Sunday. Love you immensely. Again, same thing I just told Mike. Me and your mom were talking this morning how immensely proud we are of you guys as our sons, and we couldn't have asked for two better sons than you and Mike. So love you much. Be careful out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Love you too, Dad.
All right. Let me just take a quick commercial break, just to say that, again, those of you that are trying to get on, keep trying. Let's see. Let me just send them texts. I know I'm live, but I just want to give people an opportunity to get on who want to get on and give shout outs. So next up, let's see if I can get him on the screen this time. My home slice, Councilman Corey A. Reeves, City of South Fulton, District 5. What's up, my brother?
Hey, Michael, man, what's going on, my brother? You can't hear me?
What's up, Corey?
What's going on?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, what's going on, my big brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Everything, man. Yes, man. Hey, look here, loving the platform. I want to give a shout out to my dad, my road dog, my ace boom coon, my number one, Pastor Reeves. That's who he is. Man, I tell you, I follow in his footsteps, and so been my mentor, my guide, my entire life, and so I love him to death, and can't wait to spend this weekend with him. And also, too, man, happy shout out to you, brother. I call you my big brother.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you. Been a good role model. You know, I met your sons, and two excellent young men and entrepreneurs, and so, you know, they're taking after their dad, and so that's a good thing. And to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to you, and enjoy this weekend, and it's going to be a very special one. And I'm over here right now.
So we'll see each other tomorrow. For those of you who are in South Fulton, you can get to South Fulton. Hit me up. We're having a fish fry tomorrow night from 7 to 9. You got to text me, let me know you're coming. I'll send you the address.
Yeah, man, because get this. I got a special gift, too, for those who coming out there. Let me show you what it is, man. Look here. This stuff right here, man, is awesome stuff.
You ready for it?
Huh? Yeah, it's right here. We got some bootlicker hot sauce right here, man. So
okay. All right, man. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, brother. Yes, sir.
All right. So again, I'm just sitting. I got a bunch of texts. People are telling me it's full. I'm just trying to let them know that you can come on now. This is COVID. We still in COVID, by the way. So all this stuff is permissible. This is my platform. So I'm just trying to get everybody on to give them an opportunity. So hang in there with me. I appreciate it. Let's see. Come on now. So again, this is Conversation with Michael Carson. I'm your host, Michael Carson. We're typically here every Thursday night from 7 to about 7:30. Then we do an after show on Instagram where we do IG Live. And usually our guest that's on the show, we bring them onto Instagram so that we can connect with them on Instagram. So tonight is a little bit differently. We don't have a guest, but we do have guests. We have multiple guests. Everybody's a guest. Anyone, you can send that link out to, if I send it to you, you can send it to someone else and say, hey, you want to shout out your dad, you want to shout out your uncle, your father, your brother, whomever. This is a platform. This is the night to do it. Also, we want to make sure that if you're watching me on Facebook, make sure you like and click that share button. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you'll know when our next shows are. So next up to the platform is my other brother. It's my other brother. He told me to give him some time, so he must have had a phone call. So I'll bring in my niece. Hey, Rachel. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, let me step away from Mariah because she don't have any respect for virtual calls or meetings. Okay. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Loving what you're doing and the good vibes you spreading today to get us ready for the celebratory weekend ahead of us.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you so much for all that you do out in the social media platform, out in the teaching platform, out in the Black gaming platform. For those of you that are watching Trap Wars, you got to get it. And also Trap Snatch, which is coming out soon, right?
Yes. Listen, you feeling the good. People don't know about Trap Snatch yet, but yes, Trap
Snatch
Wars.
coming out. So who do you want to give a shout out to, Rachel?
Well, first and foremost, I'll give a shout out to you. Happy Father's Day. And just thank you for your exemplary model of what it means to be a father, what it means to be a man in business. I'm happy to have the opportunity to say that to you right now instead of just via text. So I celebrate you. And I'll also take a moment to shout out my business partner, my husband, my best friend most of the time, Chris. I can't imagine navigating this adult life, this mom life without his help and support. And he is an exceptional father. And so I'm so glad that I have our partner in a number of ways. So a very, very happy Father's Day to Chris and my own father as well. As now that I'm a parent, I think I understand on a deeper level what he truly invested in me and the sacrifices he made so that I could have a life that was easier than he is. And so happy Father's Day to my father as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much. For those of you who are watching, make sure you tune in. In the fall, we're going to be bringing on more entrepreneurs, and Chris and Rachel Gregoire are definitely going to be top of the list so that we can promote not only FAMFoolery, but hopefully by that time, Trap Snatch, give people kind of a sneak preview of what's going to happen when that product launches. So thank you so much. And again, to a great mom and a great niece, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate the plug. Have a good weekend.
See you soon. All right. So next up, we have Cobb County's own. She's not on screen. I think she stepped away. So oh, there she is. There you are. You're on mute.
Hello.
Cobb County owned. Let me just say this first. This woman does the work. She puts in the work around when it comes to people who are being evicted, educating people in Cobb County on how they can stay in their home. She's also helping people who are in crisis. So I want to salute you, Monica, for all the work that you do in Cobb County, for all of the single moms, single Black moms, and women who need help. So I want to salute you and thank you for coming on tonight. So Monica is definitely the person. If you know someone in crisis in Cobb County around renters assistance or eviction, you definitely want to reach out to Monica. So Monica, who do you want to shout out tonight?
Well, I want to say thank you for allowing this opportunity, and thank you for doing your show. I know I've been trying to get on, and sometimes I'll miss it, and other times I'll just be listening. But yes, happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to everyone that's listening. And I do want to say happy Father's Day to my dad, Richard Delancey. He's in Arizona. My brother, Dana Only, he's in Chicago. And my nephew, Jamal Only, he lives in the Atlanta area, DeKalb County. Happy Father's Day to them. But definitely keep up what you're doing. You have some great. Yes. I mean, you really put in the work and knowing the material, I guess, to say that to invite the guests to be a part of the show. But thank you again, and let's be prayerful. I thank you for my introduction, but we are going to be prayerful because I don't know if anybody know or not, the eviction moratorium is set to expire June 30th. There are 22 states that have extended their eviction moratorium, but Georgia's not one of those states. So as of right now, we are 13 days from the eviction moratorium expiring, and all of the reports are in that there are over 4 million people who have not paid their rent or who are in jeopardy of losing their homes within the next 2 months. So thank you again, and we're going to keep the fight, getting out there about the assistance, but also long-term solutions. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate it, and we'll be in touch soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you again.
For those of you that might not have heard what she said, basically what she said is the moratorium on for renters who aren't able to afford their rent during this pandemic that we're still in. That moratorium ends in a couple weeks, less than 2 weeks. So if you get an opportunity, call your state senator, call your state rep, call the governor's office here in Georgia, and see how, or your county commissioners, and see how we can get that extended. It's important. That impacts a lot of people, particularly people of color, particularly poor people. So we want to make sure that we do that, particularly even fathers. We talk about that as there are single dads out there who are having a hard time paying rent, making ends meet. So we definitely want to make sure that we support those efforts and make sure that we put the pressure on the people that can make the decision to help to end poverty, but also make sure that their decisions don't further keep people in poverty. So thank you so much, Monica, for joining us tonight and giving your shout out. So let's see, he's back with me. My Caribbean brother, my friend, Nigel Wallen, owner, founder, everything, Caribbean Smooth, Uwi.com. Sip is Sipu, hashtag Sip Uwi, a premier liqueur.
Yes.
So, man, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, of course.
I really want to give a shout out to and tell people briefly a little bit about where Uwi is at this point.
Yeah, so first I want to give a shout out to my dear dad in the Caribbean. I was on the phone with him about an hour ago. He was calling me, said he was trapped downstairs. He was doing some work on the house downstairs. He's 84 years old and he's still out there, doing his thing. And so I gotta love it. But he just called me saying, "Hey, it's a downpour and I'm trapped down here. It's raining too much. I can't get back upstairs." So I guess a tropical wave came through or something. So shout out to my dad, Einel Walwyn, who's just an amazing individual, someone that I definitely continue and will forever look up to. The man is amazing. I wish I was in as good a shape as he is. He was on the roofs of houses at 80 years old, still doing construction with the 20-something and 30-something-year-old lads out there. So definitely a big shout out to that. Shout out to all my friends, starting with you, sir. Happy Father's Day to you. And you're doing wonderful things. You're one of my mentors, and I certainly look up to you too, and always try to follow your lead, and you just inspire me. And yes, and I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me over the years. And you would think that we've known each other for 20 years.
No, it's only been almost 7 years. But
yes, 7 years.
But it's been a fruitful 7 years, a fruitful relationship, and that's what I appreciate about it.
Yes,
because we've been there for each other, and we got each other's backs.
Absolutely, you're definitely one of the best human beings I've ever met. So.
Appreciate it. So where is UWE? Is the WE Funder still going on? Give people
no, the WE Funder is over.
Okay.
We successfully closed WE Funder a few months ago. We ended up with over 200 investors who will become shareholders eventually in the company. We raised almost $70,000 in capital with that first round phase. We're now in our second round investment phase, and this round is for accredited investors, or sophisticated investors, qualified investors who can invest minimum $150,000. But if they are part of a group, which is called an SPV, a special purpose vehicle, they can, the minimum there is 50,000, but then collectively the group would be considered one entity, and they'll be at 150. So minimum 3 people have to be in that group.
Well, excellent. I'm glad things are going well. Looking forward to even more news. Unfortunately, it's like watching paint dry. Yeah.
When people have to write checks, and especially during these difficult times.
Yeah.
And, we were hoping to have a rollout of the new product this summer. It looks like now it's with the timeline and everything, it'll have to be. It looks like it's going to be 2022. So.
Okay.
Everything is now pushed back until 2022. And, this is a transition year, right?
Right.
So 2021 is a transition year coming out of COVID, the pandemic and everything. We're trying to figuring things out, putting things together this year. And this is just everyone in general.
Yeah.
Just us. And 2022 will be a year of celebration.
Excellent.
Hopefully.
Thank you, man. Love you much.
Yes.
And, we'll be talking soon, and getting together for lunch or dinner or drinks or whatever.
Yeah. We're overdue on that.
Yeah. So the house is always open to you. The bar is always open. So whenever.
Absolutely. Ooh-wee.
That's right, sir. Talk to you later, man.
Take care.
Hey, the queue is empty. Cousin Tyrone, jump in here, man. You commented. I appreciate the comment, but jump in here. My niece I think some other people were trying to get in, but come on and jump in here. Again, this show will go as long as I wanted to, because I'm controlling it. So we want to make sure that everybody who wants to give a shout out, who told me via text that they want to give a shout out, that they have the opportunity to do so. Let's see, queued up. Open now. So again, this is Conversations with Michael Carson. I'm your host, Michael Carson. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. This is our special Father's Day show. We just wanted to do something a little bit differently and shout out fathers, let them know how much they are loved, appreciated. We love our moms. I was a mama's boy. My sons are, they love their mom as well. So we know how important Mother's Day is, and we know how much emphasis is put on Mother's Day. So we just want to continue to do the same thing with Father's Day. We know, I know that there are things out there that are, typically done, cooking with dad and certain different things on Father's Day that are lifted up. So to those organizations, to those people that are lifting up dads, we want to thank you so much. for lifting up dads. Also, this weekend is Juneteenth. So June 19th, make sure you check out the history of Juneteenth. Some of the stuff that's out there about Juneteenth is incorrect. It wasn't 2 years before slaves in the Southwest were notified that slavery had ended. It was actually a couple of months, but people tend to think about the Emancipation Proclamation date and not 1865. They always think of 1863. So, but it was only a few months, but nonetheless, it's a celebration whereby slaves in the Southwest were finally notified that they've been emancipated, and then they were notified. So, and it was on June 19th. So June 19th is Juneteenth. There's a lot of celebrations going on. If you're in the city of South Fulton, which I live in, it's a city within, or in Atlanta, if you will, there's a plethora of things going on. Check out the City of South Fulton, ga.gov, to get more information about that. There are things going on in Atlanta. I'm sure there are things going on in LA. People have called me from different places. So I'm sure there are Juneteenth celebrations going on all over the place. We're actually having a celebration in our subdivision on Saturday. So make sure that you celebrate and you honor Juneteenth. But more importantly, I want to say this with respect to Juneteenth, and I'll get off the Juneteenth rant. Federal government the senators just approved Juneteenth as a federal holiday. If you know anything about history, which many are trying to stop history, Black history, which is American history, from being taught in schools, a lot of these celebrations were used as a way to anesthetize protests. You give a holiday, you give a celebration, and people won't protest. They'll be happy to have a day off or do whatever. No, use Juneteenth also as a day to not only recognize our history as African slaves in America, but also to continue to fight for freedom with respect to voting, with respect to the George Floyd Policing Act, with respect to For the People's Act, the John Lewis Voting Act. There's so much that needs to be done. So in addition to celebrating Juneteenth this weekend, make sure you take tomorrow to call your senators, your state senators, your U.S. senators, congresspersons, and let them know that those laws, those things should be made into law so that our voting rights can be protected. So if you really want to celebrate Juneteenth, become active, get involved, do something to help your community out. Next up in the queue is my other beautiful niece, Thamer. Are you there? I see you. Can you hear me? Are you frozen? I think you're frozen. I can your face. I can see expressions on your face, but I can't. I'm telling you guys, you Apple users, come over to Android. I'm gonna take her out of the queue and then bring her back. Next up in the queue is none other than my queen, Deborah Carson, my baby's mama. Thank you so much for joining us joining me tonight. And who do you want to give a shout out to?
Well, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to you, my baby's daddy. I just want to applaud you for such a wonderful platform that you provided for everyone. I definitely want to take a moment to say thank you for being a great father to both Mike and Aaron. And I am so blessed to have an opportunity to spend this time with you on various levels. So thank you, my friend. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing the thing. Yes, you are. I also want to give a shout out to all of the males in my life, starting with my brothers, Romy and Tony, all of my nephews, Petey, Chris, Romy and Teran, Marcus, double Marcus. I didn't stutter. I got two Marcus. All of my cousins down south and all the men who are doing a great job. Those of you who don't have the tools and the resources to be who you want to be, I say keep going because you know what? Your kids are impacted by just having you around. So again, I just want to thank you, Mr. Michael Carson Jr., and all the men for doing a great job. So love you. Love you too.
All right, love you too. That was a sweet D kind of thing. So were you channeling your mom That was something like your mom would do. But
I got my work shirt on, so I have to like represent. Has to be nice.
All right, love you too. Thank you so much. See you in a minute.
Keep up the good work.
Go on and warm that salmon up for me.
All right, I'll see you.
All right. Let's see if we can pull my niece in here. Are you there? There you are.
I'm back on.
There you
I
are.
cannot hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but I can read your lips.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So I'm just going to say what I have to say. I can't hear you. First and foremost, I personally want to get a special shout out to my Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ. I want to say Psalm 68:5, he's a father to the fatherless. That's first and foremost. Second, I want to give a shout out to my dad. I just thank him for the talks that we've had, personal conversations that we've had, and he's helped me through that. And then also, of course, my Uncle Mike, you know, you're the best. He's a positive example to the African-American male community in general. He's doing what he needs to do, standing up and being a positive figure to the African-American community. So I do want to say thank you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to all the single fathers too, and then all the fathers as well that are actually in prison or in jail who can't see their children right now and stuff. Shout out to them as well. You guys have a good day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Love you.
Love you too.
Me too. So that was one of my nieces. She's in Las Vegas actually. So she's doing another great human being. She's into the credit repair business or something she's doing, but she's making it work and she's making it happen, and she's just doing a marvelous job. So love you so much, Thamer. I hear you just got a new whip, so congratulations on the new hoopty, and look forward to seeing you soon. Next up in the queue is none other than another brother from another mother, minister, brother, friend, Chris Southward. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro, Mike? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you were able to join us tonight. You right on time. The queue had started to get empty, so I'm really glad you were able to join us tonight and give a shout out. Who you want to shout out tonight?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you for this opportunity, and I absolutely love your show, your platform, and love Image Builders and what you're doing. Just a few shout outs, man. I definitely want to shout out my Lord God, man, for being the perfect father, man. Of course, I got to shout out my Lord God. I also want to shout out my dad, Donahue Redmond, who's actually not too far from you in Douglasville, Georgia. So shout out to my dad. I want to shout out my father-in-law, Michael Batt Sr., here in Westchester, Illinois. That's my guy. I love him so much. I also want to shout out my 95-year-old grandfather, James Southward. That's my dude, man. Raised me and taught me so much. Definitely want to shout out my uncles, Kenny and Jimmy Southward. Those are my favorite dudes. I love them. Want to shout out my brother-in-laws, Mikey Batts and Anthony Batts. Want to shout them out. I want to shout out you too, Mike. Mike, man, so many years, brother. You have fathered me. You have been my big brother. You have given me so much sound advice, man, and helped me get through so much stuff in my life, man. So I really want to give you your flowers now, man, and tell you how much I appreciate you and love you, brother, and just thank you for everything. Just a few more shout-outs. I want to shout out my pastor, Ty Fields. I want to shout out my other brother-in-laws, Desmond Robinson, who's in Texas, and also Kong Su, who's in Seattle, Washington. And shout out my little brothers, Reggie, we call him Turbo. He's in Orlando, Florida. And my brother, Deron, who is up there northeast, up there in Burlington, Vermont. Those are all of my shout-outs. Happy Father's Day to all of you brothers being the sound, solid men of God. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much for the opportunity, bro, Mike.
Appreciate you, man. And want a special shout out to you. I'm raising two beautiful daughters. Your oldest daughter just graduated from your alma mater from Tuskegee.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
HBCU grad. And then your
Yes,
youngest
sir.
daughter just graduated middle school. She's on her way to high school. So
Yep.
you're almost empty nesters. You ain't there yet, but you're almost there.
Almost 4 years, and it'll be a wrap, bro. 4 years.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So appreciate you, brother. We'll be in Chi-Town in August. So hopefully, man, we can get together, us
Yes,
brothers
sir.
get together and break bread while we're there.
Yes, sir.
Look forward
Yes,
to
sir,
seeing you, man.
All right, brother. Cool, man.
All
Thank
right,
you. Thank
man.
you so much,
Appreciate
man.
you. All
Talk to
right. Later. Next up in the queue, another illustrious guest. I'm just so blessed to have illustrious guests after illustrious guests. My brother Trey Hutchinson, Cobb County School Board member, all around good guy who's doing work in Cobb County, putting in the work. Thank you so much, brother, for being on the show tonight. Who you want to give a shout out to?
Oh man, first I want to say thank you. This is awesome for the opportunity to give a shout out to my dad, Leroy Hutchins Jr. I'm a third, so people call me Trey because I'm a third,
Yes.
And to my granddad, Leroy Hutchins Sr. Shout out to those great men. Then also to my little brother, Cedric Hutchins. Awesome dad. He, kids have graduated. Someone graduated from high school. He still got some at the house, and he's an excellent father, excellent husband, man of God. And so, I want to give him his shouts, of course. But then I want to give 3 people shouts out here in Cobb County who have taken interest in me like a father. And so while my father is not here in Austell, Georgia, full time, he has entrusted me with some good people. So I want to give a shout out to Deputy Chief Hamilton with the Cobb Police Department. Also, Dr. Ben Williams, Cobb SCLC president, and our new Sheriff Craig Owens. These 3 guys here have always taken time and interest in making sure that I'm always put my best foot forward. And so I just want to make sure that I give them a shout out again on Father's Day. And thank you, Michael Carson. Happy Father's Day to you too for, spreading the love and communication out there. And so I appreciate it. I really do.
All good vibes, brother. All good vibes. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and share a shout out tonight on my platform. I appreciate it so much. Just continue to do great work in Cobb. Continue to stay prayerful about the environment you're in Cobb.
Yeah.
We know it isn't an easy task. We know that there's some headwinds that try to, blow your way. But I just encourage you and your other colleagues just to continue to keep pushing forward and continue to do to make Cobb a shining example for other school boards. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right. Oh my God. So I was trying to keep this show going as long as possible because there was somebody who I'm about to bring in, who I'm surprised is on the show, but he made it. He said, "I'm gonna join you." He said, "I have some things to do, but if I can get a moment, I'm gonna join you." So let me see if I can bring him in. If he's gonna join me on screen. Are you there, brother-in-law? Oh, that's the young. Oh, that's the nephew.
I'm the young one.
I was pumping your dad up, but it's good to see you, nephew. What's going on, man?
Hey man, same old. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Good. I'm glad you're able to join us on set tonight. Who you want to give a shout out to?
I'm definitely gonna give a shout out to my father, Big Romy, George. Turn that down. Turn it, Journey.
She's okay. It's just okay.
Yeah. My father, Big Romy. Give a shout out to him. Without him, I definitely wouldn't be the man that I am today. I want to give a shout out to a few others though. Give a shout out to you, my uncle, very influential in my life, and also my uncle Tony, who was also very influential in my life. 3 strong men who, essentially raised all of us. So definitely a huge shout out to the 3 of you all. Love y'all and appreciate everything you've done for us.
Appreciate you, man. You're doing an exceptional job. I mean, you got a basketball team now, I think. You got enough.
Almost.
Almost for a basketball team.
Yeah, one more. I have a starting five.
Yeah, one more. You have a starting five. So just appreciate you as my nephew, the work that you're doing. Happy Father's Day to you. You have a blended family, but you have just, again, you and your brother, your twin brother, and my other nephews, you make it easy for us to be uncles because you guys are doing some amazing things. So just tell people what you do, because I wanted to get you on the show earlier, but tell people what you do and the impact you're having in your community.
I'm an elementary school principal here in the city of Chicago on the west side, Chicago Public Schools. I've been a principal there for, I believe this is my 5th year. I've been in education for 12 years now. So I taught high school for 6 years. And, ever since then, been in administration. So every day, just trying to, improve the lives of young ones so they can improve the lives of others who come behind them.
Appreciate that. Every time I think about your educational journey, I think about our trip to Southern. And just from Southern to Northern, it's just again a blessing to see how you and your brother are in education and impact the lives of many. Some some you probably will never know. But I just appreciate you and thank you for joining us tonight. Love you, man.
Yeah, I love you too.
We'll be back there in August, so we'll probably see you guys again in August.
Okay, we'll catch up.
All right, later.
All right, love you, Aunt.
So I'm gonna hang on to this. Oh, it is after 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Let me see who. Let's see if Johnny's gonna come on. Sandy just texted me. She said you're looking good. I read my text live on air. Again, this is my show. I can do whatever I want. So just hang in there with me. Corey came on. My niece came on. Linda came on. Ebony. All these people. I'm just making sure that everyone who wanted to give a shout out is given the opportunity to give a shout out. There's so many things to be grateful for those of us that are still here, in the midst of this pandemic. I'm grateful. Hopefully you're grateful as well, because so many people didn't make it last year. Again, I lost my dad last year. It wasn't due to COVID. He had lung cancer, and but there were other men that I knew personally that we lost as a result of COVID. So if you're still around, you're still able to breathe. You woke up this morning, it was a good day because you're here. So celebrate that, even if it's a small victory, celebrate that. Make sure you give thanks to whomever whatever your faith tradition is, whomever you give thanks to. Make sure you take the opportunity to do that, not only today, but every day. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. This has been everything that I wanted it to be and more. Thank you for everyone that joined us tonight. So I want to share this with you briefly. This is our last show of the season. This is not my last show, period. This is our last show of the season. We're going to take a break to work on the show a little bit, tweak it a little bit, make it even better so that when we come back, it'll even be a better product, better introduction, better outro, all that kind of stuff, just to tweak it a little bit more. We're going to even have, even better guests than we had the last 6 months. This was something that I thought about in December. I called up my first guest, my state representative, Roger Bruce, called him up and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this show. Would you be my first guest? Be honored. He texted me back right away, said I'd be honored. And that was in December. And our first show was in January. And just about every week, except for a couple of weeks, we've had guests. I've just basically reached out to people and they said, sure, I'll come on the show. People I didn't know, like 3-time Chop champion, Chef Mark Bynum in New York, like Miguel Wilson from Miguel Wilson Collection here in Atlanta, who has stores in Miami and in DC and in New York. People I didn't know, like Dr. Yin in California, who we had a show about allyship and how men can be an ally with respect to women's reproduction rights. So we've just had guests after guests after guests. We've had some of the people that you saw here tonight, Nigel Wallwood from Caribbean Smooth on. We've had Dave Daniels from D Solutions 2. I think I'm saying that wrong. D2 Solutions Inc. We've just had excellent guests each week. We've had a love doctor on for Valentine's to talk about relationships. So we just got, and we, like I said, we're going to come strong in the fall. One other thing I want to mention, November 13th, keep it on your calendar. God willing, we're going to have our second Image Builders Empowerment Men's Conference. It's going to be a virtual conference. We're going to have a one night meet and greet where we're going to honor someone, and we're going to do conversations with Michael Carson live from a different location that will be streamed out. And then the next day is going to be a men's conference all day from like 9 to 5, minimal cost, probably like $15, $20. And that money, proceeds from that money will go to benefit Youth Behind the Business. It's a business that I'm on the board of, 501c3 pending, and we'll soon have our 501c3. But it's a business whereby we're employing youth for the summer here in the Atlanta metro area, where we're going to provide paid internship for them, as well as opportunities to be mentored by people in all sorts of businesses. So make sure you support. You might say, hey, it's a men's conference, but my husband can't attend, or I'm not going to attend because it's a men's conference, but I want to buy a ticket. I want to support. I want to donate. So that'll be an opportunity for you to do that. And again, proceeds will go to benefit Youth Behind the Business. And the model, Youth Behind the Business, although it's a startup here in Atlanta, it's based on a proven model that's still in existence in Chicago, and one that our founder and creator of the business, Deborah Carson, managed for more 17 of 20 years that she was a part of it. So we're just bringing that business here and that model here to the Atlanta metro area so that we can provide opportunities for kids in underserved communities. So we'll be back again in the fall. I might sprinkle a show or there or two during the summer, and it all depends on some things that we have lined up with an organization I'm a part of, Black Male Initiative. We have some things. Oh, I want to mention, if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to canvas, we have canvassers that we're paying $15 an hour. So if you know someone that want to make some easy money, do some canvassing for Black Male Initiative Georgia, make sure you hit us up. You can hit me up at mcarson@bmigeorgia.org. That's M Carson, CARSON at bmigeorgia.org. So that you can, if you have a youth or somebody who's just sitting at home and they want to make some quick money, we already got funded. We have the money from funders, so you'll be helping us out. We're gathering data around Black men and voting here in the Atlanta area. This will be a good way for them to get some exposure and make some money, and also to help a great cause. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This has been an excellent show. Dr. Wright, you want to get on? You said you can come on. You can come on. There's still time. I haven't closed it out. If you want to come on and give a shout out, you still have the opportunity. Anyone who's just joining us at this late stage, if you want to come on, I haven't closed the show out. Not until you see that thank you for joining us, that closing message will the show be closed out. But again, thank you so much for everyone who supported the show thus far and who will continue to support the show in the future. We're doing our best to bring you quality individuals. I did not want to have a show about politics. So many people were like, oh, I can't tune in the show. I won't tune in the show. We ain't going to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about politics every week. I want to bring you some great guests. So my other better half is saying, cut the show, time to stop, because I can go on and on. So thank you guys so much. Love you. Until next time, continued blessings to you all, and happy Father's Day to all the men, all the fathers who are able to watch this tonight and who will watch this on YouTube. Spread some love, share some love with others. Love you much. Continue blessings. Good night.